Hey guys, I wanted to make sure that everyone was doing okay, to check in. And I know anxiety is super high, but one of the things that comes with anxiety is inaction or apathy. And apathy is really not in the such that you don't care, but that you are almost overwhelmed with care. And so I'd love to send you guys this encouraging message of taking action. We can't control what's happening right now. We don't know what's happening day to day with the economy, even with our businesses. And so, what we need to do is find something that we can control, and we can always control our actions. I am busier than ever. It's starting to drive me a little bit bananas. And the reason I'm busier is nothing is the same as before. And so we can't treat it like it's ever been the same as before. And it probably will go back to normal. But for now, it is just let's put our creative caps on and see what we can do. What I'm finding is that a lot of people are getting stuck in mental cycles of fear, of anger, of resentment. You know, whether it's at the political leaders, whether it's at our families, whether it's at people who are saying no that previously should have said yes, and you don't understand because we're all trying to keep afloat, right? We're all trying to get our businesses and our careers through this, right? All in one piece, or at least in the piece that we can recognize. And there's a real danger in getting stuck by just being mad, right? Being mad at the things in the world that we can't control. And when you are angry like that, when you are allowing yourself to fester in that fear, you actually limit your brain's capacity to think creatively. So I actively fight against any kind of anxiety, any kind of fear, not because I'm trying to suppress it. I recognize it and I own it, but I don't dwell in it. I allow it to come, but I allow it to go. And that's the piece of the puzzle. Allow your fear to come, own it, understand it, and then let it go. And by letting it go, you remove that emotional attachment you have to it. And usually there's a negative emotion you need to remove from it. So, say for instance, you're mad that, I don't know, call it political leaders, or call it, someone that, was a client of yours suddenly vanishes, right? I've had that happen to me over the past little bit. And I could get mad about that, or I can say, okay, I understand where they're coming from. Everyone is full of fear. No one really knows what's going on. And so people are acting in a way that is maybe counter to how I know them, but you have to be okay with that. If you can have compassion on people, if you can have even compassion on the political leaders, I mean, like, they've never done this before, and opinions be what they may, it doesn't. What you need to do is focus on something right now that you can do that is maybe different from something you have done before, but will allow you to continue with your career and or your business. So most small businesses right now are getting hammered, and you're going to have a hard time overcoming this if you don't do things in a different way. So an example, Freshie. Freshie, obviously they have wraps and salads and all that kind of a thing. I get an email from them. You can buy groceries through Freshie now because they're opening up for $45. You get all this fresh little package of veggies, and it's brilliant because, okay, people aren't coming and buying sandwiches, but people need fresh produce and they don't want to go to the grocery store. So there's a pickup spot, or they'll drop it off at your house, but they keep their pipeline going. Brilliant, right? I'm sure you've heard companies like Ford and Tesla rejigging their factories to make ventilators. And not that they're profiteering off of making ventilators, but they're being creative about how they're going about things. I've switched my whole world into online, and I'm looking at doing virtual book signings. I'm looking at doing virtual summits, and I'm taking all the things that I used to do, and I'm not being like, whoa, woe is me. I can't get to these conferences or do these events like I really, really wanted to, but that doesn't mean that they're closed. It just means I have to do them a little differently. But if you're swirling around in fear, you won't be able to think differently. You're not going to be able to think on your feet, and you're going to continue to make it worse and worse and worse. So, as always, if you want to book a call with me to talk about what you can do right now, my special little superpower is coming up with creative solutions for people just like you, and I'm offering that for free. So in the comments below, there is a link where you can go directly into my calendar. Usually I get people to fill out a questionnaire. I'm skipping that entirely. If you want to talk to me, I'm going to give you a chance to book a half-hour call with me, and we can go over what industry you're in, what you've tried before, maybe what you're trying right now that's not working, come up with some creative solutions. But above all, what is going to stop you is being consumed by the fear. And again, it's not that I'm not addressing the fact or accepting the fact that there is fear. There's a lot of uncertainty. But I don't dwell on it. I don't let it control me, and I don't let it consume me. What I try to do instead is, again, allow it to come. But if I've got something else that I can think about, if I've got a video that I can shoot, if I've got people I can reach out to, if I have a program that I can switch over from the offline world to the online world, that's where I'm going to focus my time, because that's the stuff that's going to keep my business moving. Right? We're all going to be affected. There's no way for any of us to miss being affected by this. Whether some companies are doing really great and some companies are being absolutely decimated. But we can be in this together, and we can be helpful to ourselves by allowing us to not be consumed by the anxiety of today. So I hope that's helpful. Again, if you want to book a call, by all means, please. There's no obligation other than just to do something. And again, what I'm finding is people tend to do nothing, even though it's something that'd be really helpful to them. So reach out, have the conversation. It's only half an hour of your time, and you can book it at a time that's most convenient to you. Okay? So be safe, be strong, stay home, and let's get through this together. Take care, my friends.